Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. Today, out in the shop, and as you can see behind me, the hood is up on the Samurai. We've got the TDI long block, well, basically long block, hanging from the engine hoist, and yeah, it's time to get this engine put in for the final time, hopefully. I've already got the transmission bell housing modified for the adapter setup. We've got the adapter, clutch, all the mounts and everything on the long block. It is ready to drop in place, hopefully. So we're going to get that going and hopefully get this knocked out real quick. As you can tell, the TDI fits down in here real nice. Now I just have to work on getting the transmission input shaft aligned with the clutch, and that takes two hands to kind of wrestle this thing around a little bit, get it slid all the way in, get it bolted up to the bell housing. And there we have it. Transmission is mated to the block, or the adapter I should say. One thing that's really nice about the Acme setup, I don't know about others, but there is our new timing mark for timing the injection pump, and it lines up with the factory Suzuki timing pointer. So it's a nice touch. But yeah, now all I've got to do is get the Suzuki frame side brackets put in, and I've got some new isolators I'm gonna put in. And then we'll be able to sit this thing down in the frame, and it should be the last time it goes in. We'll see. And there we have it. These mounts worked out really well. They dropped right in place, bolt in just like they should on both sides. So now I've got to start getting the front of the motor put back together, get the injection pump put on it, get it retimed, and get the intake and exhaust manifolds put on it, flush the oil out of it, and then wiring and cooling system, which we did get an entire cooling system kit from Acme Adapters as well, and from my understanding it fits really well and will keep this little engine cool without any issues. So yeah, we've got a lot to do, but this is a big step in the right direction. I've been putting this off too long because the engine, when we originally bought it, was supposed to be a mechanical 1.9 turbo diesel, not a TDI. And when it showed up, it was a TDI with a mechanical pump thrown on it, and the mechanical pump was not had not been modified for a TDI, for the injectors, for the fuel system in general, so it wouldn't run right. So instead of spending $1,000+ having an MTDI pump built, a local buddy of mine had a Jetta that he had ripped the engine out of, and he had also an electronic pump for this engine sitting around. So made a deal with him. I got to go rip that car apart, got everything out of it. We've got two totes of wiring, sensors, gauge cluster, pretty well everything that I could get my hands on. The ECU and any little odds and ends and extras. So I've got the electronic pump. This is everything from this engine, which I've got new water pump, a new timing set, new gasket seals. I gotta put the front crank seal in, this seal here, new cam seal, things like that when it goes back together. And I'm going to pour either diesel fuel or kerosene or something over the top of this, let it flush all the junk down and drain that out of the oil pan. And then when we first fire it up, we'll run it on some cheap oil, run it for a few minutes, and then dump that out as well, change the filter, and it should be good. This engine ran good as far as no smoke, and it wasn't knocking, wasn't making any weird noises. It started really quick, so I don't have any thoughts about the long block itself. As far as its condition, I'm pretty sure it's good. But hey, once this is done, once this swap is done, any 1.9 TDI will be able to drop into this thing, and you can get those engines pretty cheap. So if the owner ends up having engine trouble down the road, we'll be able to source an engine for it, throw it in, and still be cheaper than having the 1.3 Suzuki motor rebuilt. Because sadly, prices on those are astronomical nowadays. But anywho, I don't know how much further I'm going to get today. I'm probably going to split this up into several videos. So we're going to call this one right here. The engine is in. It's bolted in the chassis, lined up with the transmission. Clutch is all set up. And yeah, one big step in the right direction. So if you got any comments, complaints, questions, drop them in the comment section below. If you would, hit that thumbs up button. Helps us out quite a bit and doesn't cost you anything. Hopefully, we will be diving deep into this here real soon. Get the pump on it, get everything timed, get going on that. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate you watching.